to episode 27 of Two Girls Chirping. I'm Lauren.
I'm happy.
And today we're talking about...
The rookies.
All the rookies or like this season?
Just some of the rookies from this season. Sorry.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
more specific. We're talking about some of the rookies from this season
Oh, I like it.
in the fight for the Calder.
Ooh, our Calder base.
Yes.
I don't even know who the rookies are other than like Macklin.
I feel like you know all but maybe two of them.
Maybe. I mean, I still think Lane Hutson is a rookie, but that's just
He
because
is.
Oh, well, you know what? Hell yeah. I always knew that.
Yeah, as a matter of fact.
Well, shit, give him the Calder.
I want him to have it.
I think he's going to.
I think he's going to as well, but we'll talk more about him.
Yeah, okay. First and foremost, NHL updates. We're going to start with the old, and then we'll get into the bit of the fresher meat, if you will. This week's
been a
theme
week.
is aggression.
Yeah.
So we're going to start with the Flyers. They destroyed my will to live when they played the Habs, because why the hell did they pop off so hard at Tortorella's first post-fire game?
They really got rid of their dead weight and
Like-
said, actually, I do know how he actually was the problem.
They pulled an Anaheim and were like, yeah, so it turns out you were holding us back. Loser.
Sorry.
And speaking of losers, the only other thing I had to mention on that is that I think Spitting Chicklets is where I saw it, but it's coming out that what ultimately led to Tortorella getting fired was like a super heated argument with him and Cam York, I think.
Oh.
Let me review.
I do think I remember seeing that. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
just like it
Heated
was,
argument. They were very quick to point out it didn't get physical. But in my head, they were this close to each other, screaming full volume, spit flying,
I mean,
red faces.
I've seen security camera footage of Tortorella trying to go fight another coach in their locker room.
Yeah.
Which Clint Malarchuk was there. He was one of the people holding him back in the hallway. That's a sneak peek for a coming up episode. I saw that, I was like, what the f-
What are you doing here?
what are you doing?
But that argument is also why they didn't play Cam York. It was like a humiliation ritual because they just had him full dressed up, sitting on the bench, didn't get in not a single second of playing time.
Yeah, well, they couldn't scratch him.
Yeah, the NHL wouldn't let him
Because,
play shorthanded,
yeah. Which tracks.
which is fair.
So then he just had to sit there on the bench the whole time.
I
Which
think that's even better, honestly.
Yeah.
That's right. Stew in it.
Yeah. I
But
agree.
that's just me. Okay, now for a little bit of good news. Sidney Crosby broke Gretzky's record for the most
Yes.
points per game season.
Uh-huh.
He's at 20 straight seasons of having a point every single game, which is,
Sidney Crosby is?
yes.
Dude, I forget how long he's been here.
I watched that game. It was crazy. It was not crazy. It was just
I
so
didn't-
sweet. I really liked it. I also really liked that the Kraken destroyed the Oilers 6-1. Girl, where'd you pull that from?
Where did they?
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes these, like, oh my God, the Sharks beat the Maple Leafs.
These
Sometimes
teams-
I almost said loser. These really trash teams take on freaking playoff contenders, confirmed
think
playoff contenders,
truly-
and destroy them.
Part of it is gotta be they've been eliminated from playoffs, both the Kraken and the Sharks.
Yeah, easy.
So what
And the
what do they
Predators
have
now.
to lose? What do they
Nothing.
have to lose?
Nothing. I'm just like, where did you get all this defense from? Specifically the Sharks. What the frick?
Probably trying to keep their job because they've been eliminated from playoffs already.
Yeah, and we know they ain't getting rid of Will and Macklin.
God no. And if they ever tried to, I would track them down.
Oh, okay. I want to walk you through the shootout from the Sharks Maple Leafs game. Picture
Okay.
this. My worst nightmare. It's a shootout. Nylander's
picturing-
up. Automatically, we know Willie do. He's going to score. He did be doing it. That's William Nylander. And then both the twins scored because, you know, they go hand in hand. So if one of them's going to make it, the other one's going to make it. Best friends. That's just how it works.
Yeah.
And then,
It's a 2-for-1 deal.
in an absolute shock, Mitch Marner didn't. He missed.
Really?
My Mitchy Poo, my sassy boy. He missed. Didn't have that on my radar. And I also wanted to bring it up because the announcers called the Sharks, and obviously I watched on the Maple Leafs broadcast, but they
Yeah,
called
tracks.
the Sharks the most fun last place team you will ever see.
It's so
Which
true.
was so cute.
That's so true.
But so many games from this week were like at the last second.
Yeah.
In addition, we've
yeah.
got the Preds. Oh God, that sucked because they scored, like a goal went in and then they had to review it because the goal went in, it was buzzer, goal went in. It was right on the line, so they didn't know if it was going to count. And if it was going to count, then they would have gone into overtime. And then they ruled that, fuck the Preds. It was scored after the buzzer, so the Blues won. But it was, I'm not a ref, and I don't claim to have the best eyesight, but that hurt to watch.
Yeah, that's painful.
But thankfully, Gulli and Svechnikov were back to soften the blow.
Well, Svech's out again.
Oh.
But Gulli is
not
back.
Gulli was straight fighting 2 games in. I was like, honey.
Yeah, we were.
Honey, chill.
We recorded, and the next day Gulli was back.
Yeah.
Because we were like...
He heard my prayers.
Yeah, truly.
He said, I got to make sure that she knows that I can still play. Either that or I got to get an HBO Max deal so that I can do a documentary on my recovery. One of those options is going to happen.
True.
But he chose to be able to play. We had like a little, I don't know how to say it. Words are so hard. But, when 2 of our teams play and we basically just have to be super respectful and not ourselves. Well, that's how it was with the Habs and the Canes.
Yeah.
Svechie was back. I think that was the first. That was either the first or the second one that Gulli was back. But all of our fighters were healthy again.
Yeah.
That was also when Svechie. Yeah, it was Svechie's first game because he got that open net goal.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you're right.
Which was so
the
cute.
Empty net.
Yes. Assisted by his wife, Seth Jarvis, of course.
Dude, Seth Jarvis is so good at assisting.
That was sorry, my bad.
No, words. I'm just thinking about all the times that him and Aho have been on a breakaway together, on a 2-on-1 together this season, and it's copy paste. I love it. It's vibe.
They've got a good thing going for them.
They do.
That was also the game that Aho caught like a slashing penalty when he didn't even have a stick in his hand. He didn't even have a stick in his hand. It was so fucking wacky that he had to come back as soon as he got back out and score a goal. Just to be like, what the heck?
What the heck?
I'm trying to watch my profanities. That was also the Taylor Hall Storm Surge. It was so cute. It was so cute.
It was like Taylor and Svechie.
It was
did
like
really
a 2-for-1 deal.
I was like, I don't remember watching this game with you. I was at my friend's house.
Yeah, I was watching it.
The 2 of them don't watch hockey at all. They know literally nothing about it, but they know that I love it. So we had the game on while I was building furniture because who needs a man?
Who needs a man when you've got a
when you're
DIY
a woman
girl?
in STEM.
Women in STEM. Not me,
And
though.
when they won, I got to teach them how to do a storm surge, and it was so fun. I was like, they were like, at what point do we stop clapping? I was like, you'll know.
I was like, I'm going to just watch it as I study for my test. And then the next thing I know, I'm like yelling at the TV, and then I'm doing a storm surge.
Yeah, and then I turned it to the Canucks game.
Oh my God, I'm so glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
Because that absolutely...
That was hurtful.
I need to have never watched a Canucks game. Because I need to not be a fan of them. Like, it's so painful. It is so freaking painful. Great, let's talk about how much it sucked real fast. So we were 6-6 in regular time.
Yeah.
First period, it's 3-0, Canucks. Second period, the Blue Jackets remembered they know how to play hockey, and we forgot. So then it was 3-3, and then Tyler Myers scored a goal to put it 4-3. And then there's a little bit of a back and forth. Someone got a goal. I can't even remember when. And then we got a shootout, and we suck at shootouts. You think a Devils shootout is hard to watch. Come over to Vancouver, girly pops.
A Devils shootout
it is misery. Aside from when it's a Hughesapalooza, a Hughes Bowl, then suddenly we know how to do it. Pop off.
Yeah, because the Devils are worse.
Suffer watching this game so that I could watch Quinn Hughes win a Hughes Bowl, I guess it was worth it. But it didn't feel like that in the moment.
No.
A Blackhawks player got a hat trick. Donato. I don't know how to say his name. Donato. You know who you are.
Last night.
Good job. It was his first career one. Any good news that I can hear about the Blackhawks, I love.
Yeah, that's true.
I love.
Are we going to talk about the Blackhawks Capitals game that happened last night?
I didn't really have anything on it, but let me finish these highlights. The Rangers, fuck them, but they destroyed the Sharks 6-1, and then they wanted to rub salt in the wound, so they hit Macklin's car.
Oh my gosh, I forgot that was this week.
The bus hit Macklin's car.
I totally forgot that was this week.
So imagine you play the Rangers, number one. You lose 6-1 to
They
the
were
Rangers.
in San Jose,
All you want
too.
to do is you want to go home, get a nice meal, decompress in your way. And you go out to your car, and it is just Scratch City on the front.
Yeah,
And
it's a
who did
nice
it?
car, too. It was pretty.
The team's bus.
And the bus had left. Like, they didn't
Yeah.
either register that it happened or stick around.
Well, I
I assume they didn't register that they hit his car.
No, because I saw, this is unverified, that the Rangers players were like, whoa, 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 stop. And the bus driver's like, fuck it, we got to go home. So they fled the scene of a crime, essentially, is what I'm hearing.
I have a hard time believing that, but I also
That's just
wouldn't
'cause
put
it's
it past the Rangers.
Yeah. It was sad funny.
No, waking up and seeing that was...
Speaking of sad, did you see at the Flames and Oilers game that a guy or someone had a heart attack? They
Yes.
stopped the play. They had a heart attack. The medical doctors, there's an ambulance on site. He ended up having to go to the hospital.
It was before the game even started, they delayed. I think it
Yeah,
was
because they
in
have to stop play.
warm-ups.
Which, can you imagine someone's having a heart attack and the hockey game is still going on?
Yeah, no, I can't. That's crazy. Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah. I hope you're doing okay. I'm so sorry. I hope they gave you free tickets for
I
after
feel
that.
like they should.
I feel like they should. Can you imagine spending a shoot ton of money? Because these tickets are not cheap. And then you have a
Especially
freaking
not
heart
there.
attack because you're so happy before the game even starts.
Yeah.
Devastating. Not as devastating as the $5,000 fine that Mikolai got for the Canadians and Panthers.
Dude, that was this week.
It was such an aggressive week. So the Habs and the Panthers were playing.
Yeah.
And it's a couple seconds to go in the third period. The Habs are going to win. It's 4-2. And this asshole says, I'm just going to, I'm going to shoot it. But he doesn't even really shoot it at the goal. He shoots it right at this random player. It almost took his damn head off.
Yeah, and that was game one of a back-to-back between the Habs and the Panthers.
Yeah, it was so not classy.
Yeah, the second game, they were pretty physical with that guy, which tracks. You should be.
Yeah.
Stand by your man.
Yeah. I mean, we might be the team of the short kings, but we've also got Arbor and Yuri and Gooley who are.
Yeah. They've got all these little guys, which Arbor didn't play in either of the Florida games. I don't think he's played since.
Well, Gooley's back. Daddy's home.
Yeah, and Gooley's a better defenseman.
The stats speak for themselves. Love
yeah.
Love
no,
you,
no offense.
No offense, Arbor. We're big fans.
Speaking of the Jack guy, though, did you see that Ryan Reeves got reallocated to the AHL?
I did. That feels illegal.
I saw it pop up, and so of course I went to the comments, right?
Yeah.
And but the number one comment on Ryan Reeves getting reallocated was him immediately going to find Florian Jack guy to fight him.
Arbor would pull up in the parking lot. I truly believe that.
I feel like Florian could handle himself. I don't know though. I've never seen him play or fight.
You're the younger sibling, so you don't understand. Even if it was fair, I'd pull up to the parking lot.
He'd actually be on the bus waiting for him to get back on it. Yeah.
I might not have any ice time this week, but I'm gonna have some fight time this week.
Yeah.
Period.
As a matter of fact, he's not playing. He's got nothing but time.
He's actually ready to go. Speaking of fighting, did you see that Kel McCarr got punched?
Okay.
By Blake Coleman from the Flames, of course.
It's always a Flames.
It's always a Flames or a Red Wing.
It was a Capitals this week.
Fuck Tom Wilson. With respect.
Yeah.
With fear, I mean.
No, with disrespect.
I have one more.
Yeah, sorry.
And then I wanted to just do a playoff count. I know you really want to talk about it. But what I really want to talk about is the Habs versus Panthers game, the second one. That happened on Tuesday after Mikolai tried to decapitate one of our players. Mm-hmm. Allegedly.
That was a great game.
He was taking a shot, but, it didn't go well.
That was such a good game.
So what did we do? That game was so
so good. long. It's
specifically the last minute of the third period.
Yeah.
Verlaine assisted Nick Suzuki, captain my captain, to score, which tied the game. And then we went into overtime.
Yeah.
And immediately Nick's wife, Cole Caulfield, stepped up and assisted his man, Nick, again, obviously, with the game winner, like a couple seconds into overtime. The crowd was crazy.
Oh my gosh.
They were cheering and singing, and it was so cute.
And the tying goal was like 8 seconds before the end of the period, like the third.
It was like 8 seconds.
It was
legit. It was
a masterpiece, actually. And then
it was Brad Marchand's first game in a Panthers uniform, I believe. Oh.
But we got a Nick Suzuki celly.
We did.
And that was the most energy and emotion I've ever seen him put into a celly. Cole Caulfield agreed. Mm-hmm. Chef's kisses.
Taylor Hall in the penalty box for the Capitals game was the most emotion I've ever seen from him. I didn't even know he was capable.
I was
floored. One more note.
Okay.
Playoff count, and then we'll talk about the Capitals and the Canes, and then we'll get into it. Bear with us, okay? It was a very busy week. Everybody wanted to be
aggressive.
Everyone wanted to be a third period hero this week, and to that I say thank you so much. Aside from the Canucks, that's neither here nor there. Mm-hmm. Playoffs. Who do we have officially confirmed? The Maple Leafs. Slay.
Yeah.
The Capitals. Go, Ovi, go. He's only 1 goal away. It could happen tonight.
Yeah. I'm thinking it's happening tonight.
God, I wanted it to happen in the Blackhawks game. With Wayne Gretzky there.
Not tonight. Tomorrow. They play the Islanders. Yeah. Yeah, sorry.
You're right.
I think Wayne Gretzky will be at that Islanders game.
I hope so.
Surely.
I'm sure
Gordie
he's doing
Howe
the same
traveled
treatment.
around to see Wayne Gretzky beat his record, so I fully expect Gretzky to do the same.
Yeah, me too. The Capitals are in. The Canes are in.
Period.
The
can
Jets,
breathe
we knew
easy.
about that. The Stars, the Avalanche, welcome friends,
Welcome.
and then the Golden Knights, which
Yeah.
honestly,
I
saw
like
a really
that.
cute PR video that they did this week, and I said maybe I do
like
like them.
the-
You ready to talk about the Capitals and Kings?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I
Y'all.
do have some notes because
It was a bloodbath. It wasn't even a hockey game. It was a fight.
5-1 game.
It was a
5-1 game.
You're nothing. You're nobody.
The title of my notes on this game, Tom Wilson is public enemy number 1.
I told you.
They were playing aggressive the whole game. Mm-hmm. We kind of knew that they would. That's fine. Whatever. As long as you're playing clean.
Yeah.
Where the bloodbath of it all really started was when Aho...
make-believe.
When Aho laid a clean hit. At center ice on Tom Wilson. And Wilson
it was not on Tom Wilson.
Who was it on? I thought it was.
No, it was not on Tom Wilson.
Was it on Mick Michael?
I can't remember. It was not on Tom Wilson because he was on the bench screaming death threats. I know that for a fact.
I think he went off and started screaming death threats from the bench.
I don't think it was Tom Wilson.
I don't know. He laid a clean hit on someone. I can't remember because I was just floored. And they didn't like it.
That's an understatement.
And, yeah, that is an understatement. And Tom Wilson is on the bench screaming at Aho, "You're fucking dead.
I promise.
I promise you."
Yeah.
Multiple times. And who's going to stand up for you? Who's going to protect you? Like, "You're dead, I promise you." So I said...
And he meant it, too.
So I said,
because he's terrifying.
Okay. Whatever.
And then the game dissolved into a fight after that.
Yeah. That was about 10 minutes into the third. From then on, we have... Hang on, let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I gotta scroll.
Shout out to Stankoff.
20, 21, 22 penalties in the last 10 minutes of the third period. Mm-hmm. So Aho didn't get a penalty for that hit.
Because it was clean.
It was fine.
It was in no way
shoulder
dirty.
to shoulder. It was a clean open ice hit. It honestly looked like a Jacob Trouba hit. A lot of people don't like his open ice hits, but the majority of the time they're clean, and that's what it was. Sorry to just compare Aho to Jacob Trouba.
We don't mean it, sweetie. You know that.
I don't mean it.
But in that instance,
But
I could see the similarities.
also about 2 minutes before that, Ghosty took a high stick, and it was by McMichael.
Fuck that guy.
It didn't get called. Ghosty shoved McMichael to the ice, and then McMichael tried to get Taylor Hall to fight, and Taylor was like, nope.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I don't really want to do that.
He said, I'm not trying to fight you.
Respectfully, pass.
Nar.
So,
And it was so funny because Chatfield, like, followed him to the bench to make sure he wasn't going to try and run up on one of his boys.
Yeah.
That's my guy right there.
I did love that.
Jalen, king
Which
of my heart.
Jalen Chatfield,
like,
my number one star of the game.
So, like, that kind of started it, and then Aho laid a clean hit, and then Tom Wilson flipped his fucking shit. He lost his damn mind. Well, and then the next play.
Yeah. Well,
Keep in mind, like, a full minute of the refs trying to get this game under control happened.
I would say the full third period they were trying to get this game under control. It was insane.
Yeah.
They just started throwing everybody out of the game. But and by the end of the game, there was probably half the team on the benches. It was insane.
At one point,
so then Dylan Strome slashes Sebastian Aho.
Yeah.
And then starts trying to get at Seth Jarvis. Which
who's innocent?
What are you doing here? That's our child, actually.
Yeah.
So he goes to the box for both of those. And then they start play. Play ends again. Tom Wilson goes after Logan Stankoven.
God bless Stank.
They go at it with each other. Stank.
First of all, that's my guy.
Yes. So they're pushing and shoving.
Up with Tom Wilson.
He's
new here. Tom Wilson is an absolute holy terror to me.
Yeah.
That man is nuts.
He is nuts.
And not in a cute way.
That's like
I'm genuinely scared of you.
Nuts.
Yeah.
So they fight. Tom Wilson gets thrown out of the game for that. Thank God. Logan Stankoven gets thrown out of the game for that. Don't worry, though, because he's named, I think, third star of the game.
Yeah, he was.
And he comes back out in, like, a hoodie and shorts.
Yeah, he does.
Like, street clothes, which was iconic.
Tom Wilson had to get... He was still trying to kill anyone on site.
He was going after literally
had
anybody. It was insane. Also, don't think I didn't notice after they really started going at it after the Aho hit and all of that.
After death threats were issued?
After death threats were issued, I didn't see Aho go back out on ice. I didn't see Svechka go back out on ice.
Jarvie didn't go out after the Stank hit.
Yeah, Jarvie didn't go out after that either.
I think Robinson went out one more time, but that's it.
Robinson went out, took a face off. Other than that, I think KK literally took every single face. Kotkaniemi took every single face off. Jackson Blake did go out.
One time.
Once. They tried to push and shove him, so he didn't go back out anymore.
Yeah, we basically put all of our stars on the bench and Aho, who they wanted to kill. Aho, who they wanted to kill, and then we put literally all of our fighters out there, and then every single play essentially was a fist fight until the Jalen Chatfield fight.
Yeah.
Honestly,
which we'll get into it. I'll tell you who all fought. So Mark Jankowski also
Jankowski's a man.
got in it with Nick Dowd. They both got thrown out.
I don't like Dowd either. He's also on my shit list.
Yeah, he is. During this same situation of them going at each other,
escalation,
Tyson Yost and Brandon Duhaime also were getting into it. All four of them got thrown out. Then Connor McMichael goes after Jalen Chatfield.
Big mistake.
At this point, the Canes weren't really... They didn't pick any fights. Let me be very clear.
No.
The Capitals were baiting them the entire game. At the point where Yost and Jankowski got kicked out, again, Stank had been kicked out. Like, at this point...
Also, like, four of the Capital players are in the penalty box at the same time. Like, their box is full.
There's multiple players in the Canes box, too. They're screaming at each other.
It's a shit show.
At this point, we were both like...
What is going on?
Well, I was like, somebody needs to actually fight them from the Canes.
Yeah.
Get in it and end it.
And if there's someone that's going to do that, it's either going to be Svechipoo or Chatfield.
And it was Chatfield. Jalen Chatfield.
The man you are.
You are the number one star of this game in my heart.
Yeah.
That was incredible. If you haven't seen the takedown that he did on... Was that on McMichael?
It was. And
on McMichael. Iconic.
So it was a bit illegal, but he did not get fined And by a bit, I mean, nobody had helmets on. He literally instigated it.
He did. He was instigating this whole thing.
The Canes don't fight. I've never seen them fight like that.
They don't
They don't fight. They
if
play
anything,
classy.
they get a record for being soft. That's why I was like, somebody needs to just end this, because what the fuck is going on? So
Out of
yeah,
control.
Jalen Chatfield did. It was a great move.
It
Like,
was
he
a
knew
good
exactly
fight.
what he was doing.
Yeah.
Yeeting him over. The way he
was like
stuck
an
his leg
AHL
out.
fight.
He knew what he was doing.
And to that, we say thank you for your service.
And
needed
it was
to be
beautiful.
done.
Yeah, neither one of them had helmets on. If the commentators were like, "Oh, the league's gonna have to look at that. Like, that's just a dangerous play." And
They
look,
looked at it and said, approved.
yeah, it could have been a dangerous
because
play.
the context. Out of control.
He didn't
Watch
mean
it.
ill content.
He wasn't trying to kill him. He was trying to send a message.
And message was sent.
It was signed, sealed, delivered.
Yeah.
And you know what? Then they played like the last 5 minutes of playtime, and then it was done.
And then the game was all of this.
10 minutes.
It was a 5-1 game. The Capitals aren't winning that.
You have a guaranteed playoff spot. What are you doing? And the coach isn't out here doing shit to control his players either.
None of them really could. I really do, because even
it was
Rob,
Tom Wilson's fault. He started all of it.
It
He
was Tom
instigated
Wilson's
it,
fault.
and everyone lost their fucking mind.
I don't think the coaches could control their players if they had even tried.
I think it was completely out of control.
It was insane. It was insane.
I saw the coach like go over and whisper something in Tom Wilson's ear, him not react in the slightest bit, and I was like, oh.
I'm terrified.
Oh no.
Yeah, so
So go watch it. It was fantastic, depending on who you go for. It was, in all my days, I ain't never seen nothing like that.
Yeah. But you know what? That game did secure us a playoff spot, and that's all that really matters. And then last night, Ovi tied Wayne Gretzky's record.
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
We thought he was going to break it. I stayed up to watch the whole game. He did not. But that's okay, because I think that's going to happen tomorrow. Their rookie got a hat trick. No, he got his first NHL goal. I was like,
yeah, he got his first goal.
Right. That was
Ovi
really
almost
cute
got
too.
a hat trick. If he had scored, he would have broken the record and gotten a hat trick at a home game.
Yeah.
But
I
it
did
wasn't meant to
see
be.
that he was like, I didn't want to score on an empty net, though, so. Which is fine. I figured that's how he would be.
You're better than me.
Yeah.
Hey guys, this is Lauren from the future, and Abby's also here from the future. I brought her along with me. We just watched Ovechkin break the record after a whole one game in between when he tied the record. But I, for some reason, was like, but what if he doesn't break it this season or in playoffs, and then next season starts, and Wayne is still coming, and the whole entourage is still coming, and then bam, first game of the season, he knocks it out, and he was like, you know what? I really just liked having all these people here to support me. Like, that's something I would think about. But he said, nah, I got it. It's the Islanders. The score right now is 3-1. But you know what? It doesn't even matter.
Yeah. No, it was beautiful. It was halfway through the second period. And then
So weird.
They stopped everything and had the full ceremony, which I get because, honestly,
they rolled
incredible.
I
cried.
It was very,
I cried. There were presents exchanged. Carpets were rolled out. Speeches were given. It was beautiful. But then they had to go back and play the rest of the second period and now a third. So it's interesting.
That's not done in any of my other sports. So if that's like a common thing that they're just like, ooh, stop play. We're going to celebrate this like historical moment. You know, I'm a silly goose. This is my first year, but I was a bit taken aback by like a full blown celebration and speeches and presents. And then, all right, let's play the second half of the game. Okay.
Yeah, it was very beautiful though, but loved it.
What was your favorite part of the ceremony?
I don't know.
Okay, well, I'll go then. My favorite part was Wayne's little speech about how
Gordie Howe.
It was, I could see it, but I couldn't say it. How Gordie Howe's wife like got his wife presents and how he wanted to continue that tradition and like got Ovechkin's wife presents and God, that shit. It was so cute. It was just so cute.
The reason he was like, because it's more than just the players, it's the families.
Yeah.
Cried, got me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost let our pizza burn because I was watching. Okay.
I almost let my hair dry naturally because I didn't want to go fix it. That would have been a catastrophe.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, that's all. Go OV, go.
Go
I want
OV.
to buy merch, but I already looked and they didn't. They didn't have championship merch on Etsy yet. It was the damnedest thing. 2 seconds after
so
he broke the
annoying.
record. Weird.
They really should have had that on demand. Okay.
Okay, let's talk about the rookies.
I was about to say, after our 30-minute.
It was just a
week
It
in
was
hockey.
a whole week.
Which I have a feeling this week's going to be too. This is the last full week of the regular season. Most teams have like 7 games left, so I lied. Next week will be like the last full week.
And then it's playoffs.
Okay, we got some rookies. I'm going to do some honorable mentions because we're not talking about all of them. Mm-hmm. Not in detail because this is our
we don't have time for that.
This is our podcast, so we can do what we want.
Period.
But some honorable mentions. Number 1, Jackson Blake.
Love him.
Love. Forward for the Carolina Hurricanes. This is his rookie season.
His dad
No
is
shit, Abby.
His dad is such a cutie.
Yes, his dad also played in the NHL and had
Yeah.
a pretty good career. Jackson played 1 season at North Dakota and was drafted in 2021. He's played 75 games and has 31 points right now, which is very good for a rookie.
It's not bad for a rookie.
It's not bad.
On a playoff team.
No.
Bad?
Ozzy Weisblot.
Oh my god, I love him.
He's only got 1 point. He's only played a few games. I love him.
I don't care. He is
plays
such
for
a
Nashville.
sweetie.
He's a forward. He does sign language. All of his siblings know sign language. It's just love.
They have deaf parents, so that's technically their first language.
Yeah. It's adorable. Dustin Wolf, the only goalie.
Hang on. On Ozzy, the Preds are not capitalizing on the PR that they could use for him because he's such a cutie. He's very marketable.
Yeah.
By cutie, I mean sweet little angel.
Yeah. Dustin Wolf, a goalie for the Calgary Flames.
Yeah.
He did 2 seasons in the AHL, popped off. Mm-hmm. He's doing very well in the NHL as well. He's had 3 shutouts and is tied for 8th in the league.
Dang.
Yeah. And then the last one I'm going to give an honorable mention to, Cutter Gauthier. Anaheim Ducks forward. I probably should have done more of a deep dive on him because he's more in the running, but I didn't.
Sorry.
I wanted to talk about Logan Stankoven instead, so priorities. He is Swedish, was traded to Anaheim in January of last year, like his rights were, for Jamie Drysdale. He was part of that trade.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Sorry, Trevor.
Yeah.
Is it too soon to talk about it?
Yeah, he was the 5th overall pick by the Flyers in 2022.
Okay, so he's been around for a couple years.
Well, this is his rookie year. He hasn't played enough games. He played some games last season, but not enough to make this not a rookie season for him. So, first and foremost, Logan Stankoven, we love. Carolina Hurricanes forward. He's 22 years old.
A baby.
Pisces from British Columbia, Canada.
Ooh.
Yes. At 16 years old, he played in the WHL, which was just juniors, essentially. And he showed up and showed out, period.
Sounds about right.
He was drafted in the 2nd round by Dallas in 2021, signed a 3-year deal, and then kind of played for their WHL team and ACHL team still. He did participate in the 2021 Under-18 Worlds, scoring the game-winning goal in a gold medal game for Team Canada.
Wow.
Versus Russia.
Look at Stank go.
Yeah. He continued to play in the WHL, had 59 games in the 2021-2022 season, in which he had 105 points.
Ooh.
He had 45 goals and 59 assists.
Dang.
That is insane.
He sure enough did pop off.
The 3rd most in the league that season, which who was doing more?
Who else?
Who was it? He won the most sportsmanlike player, the best player, and the Canadian Hockey League Player of the Year.
Stop. What a sweetie pie.
Yes.
Stanko is not familiar with your game. I'm sorry, love.
In the playoffs, he led all players with 31 points and 17 goals.
So he's going to come in handy in the playoffs is what I'm hearing.
I'm hoping. Please.
It works when we manifest the Habs to the playoffs.
Hey, they're not locked in yet.
They're not, but,
It's
It
still
could
pretty
happen.
close, yeah.
dude, if the Rangers go to the playoffs, I'm going to be fucking
I'm gonna be
pissed.
pissed.
But I'll also be a little bit proud because what a comeback.
Yeah, I guess. The following season, the 2022-2023 season, still in the WHL, he played only 48 of the 68 games, but still had 97 points.
God.
So it's still almost...
That's a lot of points
It
for
is
that
crazy.
few games.
He was awarded the Doug Wickershire Memorial Trophy, which is
Wickershire.
which
What a
is
name.
the WHL Humanitarian of the Year.
How did he get that?
He raised over $50,000 for Canadian Blood Services and Royal Inland Hospital.
What a freaking king.
Mm-hmm. He also led the entire Memorial Cup playoffs tournament, scoring 9 points in 4 games and won most sportsmanlike player again.
Dude, he's just a nice guy for real.
He's just a nice
He's just
guy.
a chill guy.
He played in the
And he fought Tom Wilson.
Yeah. He played in the 2023 World Juniors on a line with Connor Bedard and Joshua Roy. I never know if it's Roy or Waugh because sometimes they're French.
Josh, if you
Josh, if you will.
will.
They were the backbone line of the team, which
that tracks.
And those 3 were named the 3 best Canadian players.
Yeah.
Yep. Scored 4 of the 6 goals versus U.S. Won gold after beating the Czech Republic. And then last season, he got a shot in the AHL for the Texas Stars, which is Dallas.
Yeah.
Like, that's so unoriginal. You can't have a bigger
We've got the
name.
Ghost Pirates out here. In
And
a
you're
different
just
league.
the Stars.
Boo.
He led the AHL in scoring. I know that might come as a shock.
Wow, that's so unlike him. Way to pop off
He
out of
played
nowhere.
47 games with 57 points before being called up to Dallas in February. Mm-hmm. He played only the first 2/3 of the AHL season, but still led the AHL rookies in scoring and won Rookie of the Year regardless.
Dude, his NHL career is a bit overdue, huh?
Yeah. I would say that's an understatement.
He's a baby.
Yeah,
Whatever. He's fine.
He made his NHL debut in a Dallas game versus the Hurricanes, which was a 2-1 win by Dallas.
Wow.
Scored his
prophecy, huh?
Yeah. Scored his first NHL goal on his 21st birthday in a game versus the Islanders.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
Yeah. He played 59 games this season with Dallas before being traded to the Hurricanes.
Thank you.
For Mikko Rantanen.
Thank you.
Love. Goodbye.
Excellent trade. Chef's keys.
Yeah. He's had a bit of a points dip this season, but he's been really good since he's gotten to Carolina. That's definitely a good trade for him as well.
Yeah, he's fitting in nicely.
Yeah. That's exactly what I said. Fitting in nicely.
Wow. It's almost like we spent a lot of time together.
We spent a lot of time together.
Do you have pictures of him?
Yeah.
I've never seen him, just the back of his jersey.
Oh, really?
Yeah, where would I see him?
On the screen?
What? What a sweetie.
Yeah. Next.
We love to see a Logan thrive.
Yes. Next, we've got Matvey Mishkov.
That was a call to Logan Sargent, who did not thrive in the Formula One world. Wow, he kind of looks like if Sidney Crosby and Connor Bedard had a child, huh?
Sure. Sure.
Y'all let me know if you agree.
Matvey plays for the Philadelphia Flyers. He's a forward, 20 years old, Sagittarius. I love that I've just started including star signs because I know you're going to want to know anyways.
It gives me a lot of insight.
Yeah, he's from Russia.
Yeah.
He was kind of McDavid-esque. He started getting noticed for his hockey talent at just 10 years old, setting scoring records
it's on track.
very openly. While in the under-16 league in Russia, he had 109 points in 26 games.
109 points in 26 games?
Yep.
I don't know any Russian, but it's definitely giving Connor energy to me.
beat records. Do you know who Nikita Kucherov is?
Yes.
Have you heard that name?
I don't know who he is, but I know that name.
He set a ton of scoring records for Russians. He beat a lot of them.
Wow.
Yes. In 2021, he made his professional debut in Russia at just 18 years old in the KHL.
A baby.
He signed a 5-year contract with St. Petersburg, which is a team there, playing for both the KHL team that he was drafted to and St. Petersburg. So he was doing a lot of traveling.
A bit of both.
It's pretty crazy to me, like,
He said,
Russia.
I'm going to do the hockey.
Russia hockey's insane to me. Now,
I don't know anything about it. I imagine it's quite intense. Just judging off the players that we gratefully, with openness, accept.
So, the 2021 Under-18 World Championship, he was named MVP at just 16 years old. He had 12 goals, the most scored by a Russian, and the second most in tournament history.
Yeah.
They did win silver because his Team Canada won gold.
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
So, his draft year was 2023. The Connor Bedard draft year, too.
Oof.
They were set to kind of rival each other in talent. The only question was if Mishkov would be able to get out of his KHL contracts. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you remember when we talked about the Flyers. He was supposed to be their saving grace, but they weren't sure. And he couldn't for a bit. He ended up being drafted 7th overall because of the confusion of would he be able to get out? Would he be able to actually come and play or not ever? So he dropped down in that. Also,
that sucks.
Also partially due to the Russian invasion of Ukraine that also happened at the time. Not that he had anything to do with that, but
you know, we basically banned Russians from all sports, which sucks for those athletes.
Yeah. But he did make his Flyers debut this season.
Thankfully.
Thank God. It was a shock to the Flyers that the KHL actually let him out of his contract to play. They did not expect him to be able to come through. His point production had been slipping a bit in the KHL for some personal reasons that we will talk about. Mm-hmm. He scored his first 2 goals on a power play versus the Oilers in October.
Oh.
He was October's Rookie of the Month.
He had such a good month.
Yeah, having 4 goals and 5 assists in 11 games. So that was a good fit.
Yeah, he did good.
He became the 4th teenager in NHL history to have 3 overtime goals. Number 1, Sidney Crosby, Rick Nash, and Kovalchuk. So the personal reasons that he started slipping a lot in the KHL, his dad was reported missing and found dead in a pond 2 days later near Sochi. One of the teams he had been playing for was in Sochi, so then he obviously didn't really want to go there and play. It was a lot to put on him. Yeah. This is where...
How old is he?
He was 18 at that time.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, you angel.
So,
You know what? You might be a Flyers, but to me, you're a Devils. And that means you're protected, King. You can do several wrongs.
He is very much in the fight for Rookie of the Year as well.
Give it to him.
Give it to him.
Give it to him.
Like,
Lane will be fine. Don't worry about Lane.
Yeah. Where's your... So, on a lighter note...
Yeah?
Macklin Celebrini.
Okay.
I know. It is really sad. That was a lot.
There was not a single trigger warning that I recall. I think you just said sad news. Actually, I believe you said lore drop, which is a bit evil of you.
One of these days I'm going to learn. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Macklin. Macklin Celebrini.
Whose parents definitely are alive.
Yeah, one half of the twins, as we refer to him. Macklin plays for the San Jose Sharks, if you didn't know.
He's one half of the twins.
Yeah.
Father allegedly is Tyler Toffoli. You know, that's not what the birth certificate says, but...
But that's what the
he's
Sharks
the dad
say.
who stepped up.
Macklin is only 18 years old, a Gemini.
Oh, my God. Sorry, I'm not yelling anymore. Oh my gosh.
From-
That makes so much sense with him. He's such a Gemini.
He's from Vancouver.
Yeah. All good things are. And then the Canucks. You know who else is from Vancouver? Connor Bedard.
Yeah.
Another little angel baby.
So Macklin spent the majority of his junior hockey career in
That's not
Vancouver.
I'm gonna go ahead and stop you right there.
In Vancouver until his family did move to San Jose.
What?
Because his father took a job with the Golden State Warriors as director of sports medicine and performance. That's basketball.
Oh, that's basketball.
That's Steph Curry's team.
Yes, that's the only reason I knew that, actually.
I was really proud that you knew that was basketball.
Well, it's Steph Curry's team.
Yeah. So Macklin actually played for the San Jose Junior Sharks program.
The baby sharks? The baby sharks?
Why did they not call them the baby sharks?
Baby shark.
So cute. I had never thought about that.
That, to me, is where Joe Thornton was like, saw him and was like, yeah, I'll have to adopt that kid. Ugh.
There's a similar to Joe.
Okay. Sorry.
Well,
continue. After you.
He played for the Junior Sharks program for the 2019-2020 season, which was recommended to Macklin's dad by Brent Burns.
I knew it. I knew it was either a Brett or a Joe.
I
or
know.
a combo.
That's why
I
kids did that.
love those two. Those are some grade A men to me. I hope I don't ever find out any
Oh
wrongdoings
my gosh, me
about
too.
them.
Me too.
Please be as good as you appear to be.
Please. He then played the 2021-2022 season with the Shattuck St. Mary's, which is a
Wow.
crazy name. He had 117 points in 52 games. 50 goals in 52 games.
Yeah. That's a lot.
He played the under-17 Worlds, won bronze, signed with the Chicago Steel of the UCHL for the 2022-23 season, named Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, and Forward of the Year, was the second player in AHL history to win all of those in one season.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
about right for Macklin.
Yeah.
Also, what a unique name.
Yeah.
I wonder what the origin of that was.
I do too.
That's just because I'm nosy.
Yeah.
I want to know everything.
The following season, he went to Boston University,
Yes.
where his brother Aiden was playing as well. So they
Little
just
did he know if he went to
reunited.
Boston College, he could have known Will Smith a couple years prior.
Yeah. He had 64 points in 38 games.
His older brother is Aiden.
Yeah, his
What
older
is
brother is
Aiden
Aiden.
doing?
Playing hockey still at Boston.
Oh, pop off. Get that college degree.
Pop off. He won the Hobie Baker, which is, yeah, okay.
I remember.
The best men's hockey ice player, in case you don't know, of the NCAA.
That bitch award, if you will.
Yeah, he's the youngest player to ever win it.
Yep.
Tracks, and only the fourth freshman to do so. The other three, I'm so glad you asked.
Hey, who are the other three?
Paul Correa,
Yes, love.
Jack Eichel,
Yes.
and Adam Fantilli.
Oh.
So, tracks.
Otherwise known as the Sweetie Pie Award.
Yeah. Yeah. He won Player of the Year, East Hockey Rookie of the Year, Scoring Champion, and 3 Stars Award.
Okay.
So,
Just a couple.
period. He then participated in the 2024 World Juniors, led Team Canada in scoring. They were out in the quarterfinals, though. Then his...
Didn't the U.S. win?
Yes. Yeah, they did.
We've been winning ever since.
That USA National Development Program.
Portal intact.
So then he's drafted first overall by the San Jose Sharks in 2024.
Absolutely.
Signed a 3-year entry-level deal, scored his first goal and assist in his very first NHL game. Macklin's popping off. The San Jose Sharks aren't doing great. Obviously, they're eliminated, but
But they're the most fun last place team you'll ever see.
absolutely. He's having a blast,
They're so
at least from the
sweet.
outside.
They're such cuties.
I also put the note about the Rangers hitting his bus after a 6-1 loss at home in my PowerPoint as well, but that's fine. That's fine.
They should rename to the San Jose Golden Retrievers. Because they
Yeah.
just give Golden Retriever vibes to me.
Oh, for sure. And then there's like a pit bull in Tyler Toffoli. But he's a nice pit bull.
Maybe he's a Chihuahua.
He's a pit bull that wears like a fuzzy a shirt, a sweater. The sweater?
He wears clothes.
Yeah.
He's got outfit changes.
Yeah, and sunglasses. He can also ride a skateboard. He's that kind of pit bull, you know?
Yeah, he's got a following on Instagram.
So Macklin actually lives with Joe Thornton.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he does.
Which
I love that about the NHL. I love it.
There's this story about his first time meeting Joe Thornton at like a dinner, and his parents are there, and Freddie Anderson is there.
Love Freddie Anderson.
And I was like, what room was this? I want to be in the room where that happened. Yeah, he's a major piece in the San Jose rebuild, in contrast to Connor Bedard's.
Don't say it.
Okay.
Don't say it. Doesn't need to be said.
He is.
Instead, we can talk about the little clip of when they played this season, and Connor Bedard goes, "Hey, Mac."
Adorable. They're just babies.
Oh, what could have been? What could be?
He's ranked second in rookie scoring right now. It's pretty close battle between him or Lane Hudson. One of them's winning it.
Nope. My Russian's gonna win it.
Okay, I love that for you. And of course, this person's not necessarily in the Calder fight, but you can't talk about Macklin Celebrini without talking about Will Smith.
Oh, be honest. You wanted to talk about the Twins.
Yeah, I don't have many notes, but they're a package
Where
deal.
Macklin goes, Will goes. They're
Yeah.
called the Twins for a reason. It's trademarked TM by me.
TM, period.
I probably saw it somewhere, though.
Macklin Celebrini also plays for the San Jose Sharks, also is a forward. He's 20.
So you said Macklin Celebrini.
Will Smith.
They are twins, but they are not
the same.
They are not identical.
So Will
Paternal
Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Will Smith plays for San Jose Sharks too, forward, 20 years old, a Pisces.
And Will is and Macklin is a Gemini?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. They
It's giving codependent. Ain't nothing wrong with that. We love it.
No.
Look at us.
Yeah. We're not codependent.
Who said that?
Did you tell her?
I'll tell my sister you said that.
Will is from Massachusetts.
He's a math hole. That's what they say on Morbid, the Morbid podcast. They call him math hole.
That's funny.
I think that's really cute.
I just have a couple high points on him. He was a part of the national team development program. Mm-hmm. Nobody should be shocked at that. For the 2022-23 season, he played 60 games, had 127 points, then played with the Team USA under 18 Worlds in 2023. 20 points in 7 games, was named MVP, won gold. He had also won silver in 2022, but I didn't put anything on that.
We love a mixed medals.
He played college at Boston College, which is very different from Boston University.
Don't ever assume they're the same.
I one time mistaken and I had somebody in the comments saying, that's different.
And now hearing how they are, like Will Smith and... Are you going to talk about the jersey thing?
No, I wasn't going to.
So when those two teams play each other, this season at least, Macklin and Will had a agreement that whichever team won. So like if Macklin's team won, then Will had to wear Macklin's jersey, and then vice versa. So this season they've both worn each other's jersey, which is so...
Yeah.
It's so best friend coded and so cutesy. I can't even begin to speak on it, really.
There's a few teams that do stuff like that, too. I just think I see a lot of it in the PWHL as well. Just the rivalries of it all. I love the mutual respect. As a rookie in Boston College, though, he led the NCAA in points, tracks. He had 71 in 41 games, set a Boston College record for points by a freshman, and was a finalist for the Hobie Baker. He then participated in the 2024 World Juniors, 9 points in 7 games. Drafted 4th overall in 2023.
The Connor Bedard year.
Bedard went first.
Yeah.
Leo Carlson went second. Adam Fantilli went third. Will Smith 4th. That's Will Smith.
Crew.
I don't have a ton to talk about with him, so that's all.
Who do you think is going to win it? Who do you want to win it, and then who do you think is going to win it?
They are one and the same, and that is our next and final player.
Oh.
Lane Hutson. I think he's going to win it.
I think he probably deserves to.
I think he deserves to win it.
I think if they factor in vibes, it's got to be Macklin.
Well, if it's vibes, it's Macklin and Will together.
Well, yeah, if Macklin wins it, Will wins it. That's like the whole thing with them.
Yep.
It's kind of the whole deal.
So Lane Hutson plays for the Montreal Canadiens. a defenseman, the only defenseman that we've talked about.
He's a small one. He's Quinn Hughes size.
He is small. He's 21 years old, an Aquarius from Michigan.
Cute.
He is only 5'9", which Montreal...
Maybe he's a Connor Garland size.
Montreal does this thing where they have a bunch of little guys.
We talked about this.
Did we talk about that already this episode?
No, not this episode. We talked about it. I think
we did talk about this.
I shouted out the short kings, but...
Montreal's got all these guys...
Cole Caulfield,
5'10" and under, and
Nick.
then they've got like Uri, Arbor, Gooley. They've got some other people that are like
the height difference is
6'4"
crazy
and will smash your head in if you touch their little guys. But I think it works out really well for them because
like they can all ride the rides at Disney, but like sometimes, you know, if they ask for a kids menu, specifically Lane, like they could probably get away with it.
Yeah.
You know.
And I think it works out for them because their little guys just...
I'm fast as fuck.
You don't even know how fast I really am.
Lane is such a graceful skater, too.
Yeah, he's a great skater.
He's shifty as hell, but I like it.
Yeah. Okay, so
Lane,
I really just jumped right into it. He participated in the 2020 Winter Youth Olympics, winning silver. The following season, the 2020-2021 season, he joined the U.S. National Team Development Program.
Wow.
Tracks. The number one thing that they did was put some weight on him because I think he came in...
He's still relatively small.
He came in teeny tiny, like 5'7", flick him and he blows away in the wind, you know?
Was he 5'7",
and he's a
or was
defenseman.
he 5'9", but bones?
Well, that was when he was like 16, so he's grown.
Sorry,
yeah.
my bad. I forget people can grow out of their short height. I didn't, but
no,
some
you
people
didn't. It's okay. I'm so small.
It's so obnoxious. It's so obnoxious.
He played really well in the development program. There was still a lot of speculation about him becoming a defenseman because he was so much shorter and small, which is fair. Probably why he wasn't drafted until the second round of the 2022 draft. He was drafted by Montreal in the Bell Center, too.
Do you think, first of all, that is so cinematic. I love it.
At the draft, the NHL can also give out, or the NHL Scouting Bureau gives out some awards sometimes.
Sounds intense. The Scouting Bureau?
Yeah. Well,
Chill.
they just go through and they like kind of rank so
you
the
have a
teams
badge?
know. NHL SB.
Show me your stats.
Sticks where I can see them. Who wouldn't want to be around us? Anyways,
Anywho.
The Scouting Bureau awarded him the E.K. McGuire Award of Excellence prior to the draft.
That also sounds pretentious, but that's okay.
Yeah, it sounds so pretentious.
Your Excellency, Lynn Hutson. Focus on Abby.
I'm trying.
I'll be so quiet.
I'll be so safe.
Thank you. Okay.
So he was named the top defenseman at the 2022 Under-18 Championships, winning silver. And then following that, he went to Boston University. For the 2022-23 season, he had a league high of 25 assists in 24 games. The first defenseman to ever lead the Hockey East Conference in scoring. He was also named Rookie of the Year, Scoring Champion, and runner-up for Player of the Year. Scored a game-winning goal in overtime for the team to advance to the 2023 Frozen Four. I don't know who won that, but they didn't.
Who cares?
He then participated in the 2023 Worlds, having 6 points in 9 games. They didn't medal at all, which is fine, I guess.
It's not very metal of them.
His second season at Boston University, Macklin's there, too, in case you're wondering. He was named assistant captain at the beginning of the season, finished with 49 points in 38 games, including 34 assists. The man be assistant.
He said, I'm going to help you.
Here's
the puck.
After Boston University was knocked out of the Frozen Four, he signed a 3-year deal with the Habs and started play on April 15th. I actually remember seeing videos of him walking down the hallway and having like his Boston University stick bag and stuff because he came like right from the tournament to play with them. And
Stop, that's so cute.
yeah, it's adorable. It was a big deal.
He's a big deal.
He is a big deal. He was an alternate captain for the 2024 World Juniors, played 52 minutes in 2 games.
Okay,
Quinn. Defeated Sweden for gold. Love
that for them.
So
Sorry,
far,
Sweden.
this is his first full season in the NHL. Obviously, he's a rookie.
Yeah.
Duh, Abby.
I did actually put that together, believe it or not.
He is the 4th defenseman in Habs history to record a multi-assist game. He's done that multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
He's just the 2nd defenseman in NHL history to have 2 more than 7 game point streaks.
What?
So he's had 7 game point streak twice.
Okay.
And he's only the 2nd defenseman in NHL history to have that in one season. He's just the 2nd defenseman to have 9 game assist streak, which Shane Gostisbehere was number 1.
Wow.
Yeah.
Didn't know a ghost would be appearing.
He's also the first rookie defenseman to have 40 assists in less than 60 games since 1992. So, pop off, King.
He's good. I can't wait to see what he looks like in a couple years.
Oh my gosh. I'm stoked. Currently, he leads the points race. So, as a reminder, this award is selected by the Professional Hockey Writers Association. They rank their top 5 players. Like, number 1 gets 10 points, then 7, 5, 3, and 1, just so that they can get an accurate read. It's not like, 55% said
Yeah,
Hutson,
they don't do
so.
it how they did at Hogwarts, where it's mostly vibes that they award the houses points. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Finalists should be announced, and then the winner will be announced at the NHL awards ceremony. So it's not necessarily based on points, but it is heavily influenced by it. It's almost always whoever leads the points race. So Lane Hutson currently has 62 points. Matvey Mishkov is actually in 2nd with 58 points. And then Macklin Celebrini with 54. From there, Cutter, Will Smith, and Logan Stankoven are kind of all in the same category. 38, 37, 35, but they're not getting close to Lane Hutson.
No.
All of them. So it's really in between those 3 guys. I think it's going to be Lane Hutson.
I want it to be Mishkov.
I know you do. I wouldn't be disappointed with any of them.
I'm not going to be disappointed either way. I like all these guys.
Yeah. They're sweet.
They are.
Yeah.
They're
The biggest
sweeties.
shock to me was still finding out that Logan Stankoven is a rookie.
Yeah, I definitely didn't know that. That was I thought this was like his 2nd or 3rd season in the NHL. It was a bit of a shock to the system.
I thought he was like 28.
He don't look 28.
Like 26, 27 then.
Yeah, I mean he looks like mid-20s, but dang, he don't look 28.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with being 28, but he don't look it. He looks like he's still got some baby teeth.
Yeah. Well, that's the rookies.
That is the rookies.
I'm excited.
And that's what's new in the NHL.
Yeah.
God have mercy on our souls for what happens this next week.
Yeah. Just, do you want me to give the heads up that we're going to be pre-recording? Or, like, give an overview of what we're doing next?
Yeah, is there anything else you want to speak on?
So, April's a crazy month.
Yeah.
I'm traveling a lot. Our schedules don't really align hardly ever. So, we are going to be pre-recording some.
Most of the month.
Yeah. Some is all of them except for this one, really. So, next week, we're going to be doing our playoff predictions.
Mm-hmm.
The following week is going to be like I guess more about Clint Malarchuk.
Yes.
I've read his book.
The following week will be book club with us.
I've read his book and I have some things to say. Like, oh my gosh, I highly recommend his book. It's The Matter of Inches is the US version of it. Incredible. It's crazy. Fascinating.
You don't have to read it because she's going to basically walk us through it.
I'm basically going to tell you.
Club.
Yeah, you can attend
be
book
cozy.
club. I'll tell you exactly what happened in it. Crazy. And then playoffs are this month.
I'm not ready.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
Yeah, I'm not ready.
So prepare to hear us talk a lot about playoffs.
Prepare yourselves.
Yeah.
Any
And
final
that's
notes?
all that I have.
Okay, well, that's definitely all that I have.
Okay.
Plus more.
Plus more. Okay.
We've got things to do. We've got
Bye.
birthday parties to go to and studying to do. And I've got to
Yes.
finish my coffee.
Yes.
Thank you so much for attending. Let us know who you think is going to win the Calder.
I think it's Lane.
I think it's going to be lame, but I want it to be Mishkov. But
Fair.
I'll be happy
That's fair.
regardless.
Yeah.
Okay, bye now.
Bye.
See you next episode.
Have a great week.
Have the week you deserve.